Hey girls, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be making high protein breakfast for the entire week in under 10 minutes. Yes, seriously, I'm gonna show you how to make 15 meals in just 10 minutes. You have them ready to go every single day. I have 3 delicious recipes ready for you that are gonna make you actually wanna eat breakfast, save you time, and stop you from grabbing random snacks all day, especially during this time of year when life starts to feel crazy. Breakfast is the most skipped meal by women, but it is also the one that controls our hunger hormones all day long. And I get it. I used to not be a breakfast person, but when I created this simple system, it made it so easy. So this morning, we are gonna battle it out between Team Sweet and Team Savory. I wanna know what team you're on, and I'll share which one I'm on in just a little bit, but we are gonna be making both sweet and savory recipes today. So on the menu today, every breakfast has 30 grams of protein per serving and can easily be stored in the fridge or freezer so you can have them to grab on the go anytime. First up, for my sweet tooth girls, we're gonna make a yummy apple pie overnight oat. For all my savory lovers, I have a Starbucks egg white bite dupe that is double the protein. And last, we're gonna have super delicious high protein grab and go smoothie pack. And if you're still on the breakfast fence, it's time to hop over because women who eat 30 grams of protein for breakfast reduce their afternoon cravings by 60%. But it's not just what you eat, it's how you prep that food. So let's get into my meal prep system. I'm gonna share these recipes, but really quickly, I wanna share our winner from last week's subscriber giveaway and tell you how to win this week's. So congratulations to subscriber Brittany Lee 131. Send me an email just to contact@lovesweatfitness.com and I will get that ebook over to you. This week, I'm gonna be giving away a 1-month supply of my Love Sweat Fitness Nutrition plant protein. I know how important protein has been in my own journey, and I really wanna help get you girls started on a healthy morning routine. So if you wanna win my protein, all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below. And here's the thing, if you want the best chance of winning, make sure you turn on your notifications so you can be one of the first here to leave a comment each week. I'll be announcing the winner in next week's video, but for now, let's get into these recipes. I have everything I need for my apple pie overnight oats, and you can actually make this 2 different ways. It only takes about 3 minutes to prep, but really quickly, I wanna share the system I use for all of my meal prep, but especially for breakfast. There are 3 things that every breakfast needs to have. And if you watched last week's video, I talked about how I use my hand to really understand the portions of my meals, and that still works for breakfast. I'm always gonna have a palm-sized portion of protein, whether that's a scoop of powder, it's a lot of peas, or something else like eggs. Then I'm gonna make sure that I have a finger's worth of fiber, so my upper 4 fingers there, enough fiber, so think of your oats or toast, and a healthy fat thumb size. So it's just an easy way to really be able to see that, and as I meal prep or if I portion out my prepping, I always make sure every portion has those 3 things. This apple pie overnight oat recipe is so delicious, it's so easy, and you can really do it 2 ways. Like I said, you can portion this out into cups and put them into the fridge and let them kind of cook overnight by themselves. But this time of year, my favorite way to do it is actually in a slow cooker overnight so you can set it, go to sleep, and wake up to the yummiest smells of fall. So since Ryan is such a pro at the slow cookers, I'm gonna make him come help us out with this one.
Resident slow cooker chef.
I really feel like it's where you shine. All right, why don't you start by cutting up our apples? We're gonna use 2 apples. This is enough for 5 full breakfasts. You can always obviously make more of these, and if you're doing it just as the overnight in the fridge cooking, you can do individual portions if you just want 1. All right, so here's the thing. If you're gonna be doing this in the slow cooker, I do recommend using steel cut oats, and you're gonna need about 2.5 cups. I actually only have rolled oats, and that's okay. We're gonna make those work too. Ready, Luke?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you ready, Dada?
I'm ready. I recruited you to help me with this, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna add the oats. Luke, you can help me with these. Here's the thing, most oatmeal cups that you get out are gonna have like less than 10 grams of protein and sometimes as much as 25 grams of sugar. But this recipe like flips that upside down. So you're gonna get 30 grams of protein per serving and 0 grams added sugar. Ooh, oh, perfect. Oat you a little, dump. Perfect.
Nice. Do you want to sample this apple?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna put those 2.5 cups, whoop, a little extra in there, of oats. I'm gonna add about 3.5 cups of coconut milk. You could use almond milk, you could use water, but it makes it a little bit creamier. And this is unsweetened, which is the key. I will say, recruiting help actually makes this process go a little bit longer than if, I was just turboing it out on my own.
What are you saying?
But usually about 3 minutes.
Oh, good job. Nice work. Yeah,
Cool.
thank you.
I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of chia. You can be in charge of the cinnamon. I see it opposite. I totally do. Because I'm like, I love it super cinnamony. Actually, let's do 3 chia. Okay? You're going to be a cinnamon man?
Yeah.
Go wild.
Oh, I thought it was one of like the fully open cinnamons.
Oh, no.
I was like,
I'm going to do 5 scoops of LSF plant protein in vanilla. And if you are someone who struggles with protein powders, especially because you have digestive issues, I was just diagnosed with colitis and stuff not too long ago. This is the only thing that does not make me bloated, that does not give me cramps, that helps me feel good and be able to actually hit my protein goals. But it really, truly is made for us girls with tummy issues. I'm gonna start mixing this up.
Hi, Dada.
yeah, go for it.
I'm putting my apples in.
Okay. Because I didn't have the steel cut oats, it's absorbing a lot of the liquid. If you're using steel cut, it's not gonna absorb it as much as mine is.
Mom, you know what we forgot? This.
Yeah, we're gonna add the applesauce. Good call. Let's do it. So we're gonna add the applesauce for more of that liquid, and you're gonna do this either way.
Mom, I'm gonna use this applesauce.
Okay, bud. Do you want me to open it and you can dump it? Dump it in there.
Applesauce.
And these are unsweetened applesauce. It obviously is all the sweetness from the apple, but we're not adding sugar, so it's not gonna be like a punch in the face. And if you want it sweeter, you can always add a little maple syrup or a honey on top to add that real sweetness, but this is already gonna be just... So if you're gonna do this as overnight oats in the fridge and not do them in the slow cooker, I would still mix it all together in a bowl and then portion it out into little cups that you can stick in the fridge or mason jars. But I'm gonna add some more water to this again, just so it doesn't stick too much since we're using those quicker oats here. Oh, you're adding more oats. Okay, that's probably good. I love cranberries when they get super cooked, so I'm just gonna add a sprinkle of those on top here. Close it up, and if you want these faster, of course, you can do a fast setting on high for a couple of hours, but I'm gonna do them slow for that overnight cook, so I'm just gonna put them on low for 6 hours. They'll stay warm. You can wake up to all of those yummy, yummy smells. Okay, you wanna add that last handful of cranberries?
Great work. All right, let's go. Last one.
Boom, I love you. All right, so once those are done cooking, you can portion them out evenly into 5 portions that are gonna give you 30 grams of protein, less than 300 calories, and help keep you full all the way through your mornings. But now it's time to give Team Savory a delicious Starbucks egg white bite dupe. This one is going to change your morning, so let's get into it. These egg white bites taste just like the Starbucks ones, but instead of having only 12 grams of protein per serving, they have 30. And instead of costing $5 for 2 little bites, it's only gonna cost you about $1. I'm gonna be making 12, so this is technically 6 days worth for one person because the serving size is 2 bites. You're gonna want 6 whole eggs, some egg whites, low-fat cottage cheese. Even if you're not a cottage cheese person, I promise you, it just blends it and makes it rich and creamy. Some diced, I just did frozen peppers, chopped up frozen spinach, and some low-fat cheddar cheese. This one is so quick, so we're just gonna dump it into a blender. I'm gonna start with 3 cups of egg white. Egg whites are incredible because you get so much protein without adding extra fat. When I was first starting my weight loss journey, I kind of ate the same breakfast all the time, and a big part of that was egg whites. I still love whole eggs, of course, but incorporating the egg whites just helps you get that volume, which especially if you're trying to cut cravings, if you're used to eating a lot of fatty foods, you need that volume to help take away the mind part of you feeling like you're restricting yourself. I'm gonna drop in 6 whole eggs. I would really love to figure out how to crack an egg without the egg white dripping everywhere. Also, I have the oven preheated to 350. So now that that's in there, I'm gonna add the cottage cheese, and then I'm gonna stop there in the blender and mix everything together in a bowl just because I'm using a really small little blender. If you have a full-size one, you can just throw everything in. And we're gonna use just under a cup of cottage cheese. Ooh, it's nice and full. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm nervous. Ooh. Okay, so really quick blend just to get all of that cottage cheese. So in a large bowl, I'm just gonna dump in the spinach, add the cheese. If you wanna make these even less fat, you can ditch the cheddar cheese, but it does add that flavor element. Pour in your egg mixture, and then the peppers. We're gonna do a little salt and pepper to taste, and then just mix it all up. All right, stir it all together. And then we're just gonna put this in our cups and put them in the oven. Got these little silicone molds at Target, which I love. They actually have a hard side. I'd bought them in the past, but they were all like fully flimsy. And then we're just gonna measure it. Just try to make sure every time you put it in to scoop it, you kind of mix it around so it doesn't have all of the filling just settle at the bottom. Depending on your cup size, you might end up with a little bit extra. So what I like to do if that happens is I will just scramble that up, like put it in a jar, and when I have a free morning, scramble it up, and you have like a quick egg scramble ready to go. So let's pop these in the oven, and then we'll get on to our third recipe. Smoothies have been a staple breakfast for me, and just really staple in my daily routine since I started my weight loss journey, because it's such an easy, quick way to get a lot of nutrients, get healthy fats, protein, fiber, everything you need in a breakfast quickly. So even if you're making a smoothie first thing in the morning, it can only take a couple of minutes, but doing this prep will save you a ton of time in the morning and make it even easier to grab on the go. Two options for you. So we're gonna do my smoothie combos here. You can find little cups like this, which I love because you can actually just put all the ingredients in here, add the milk in the morning, dump it in the blender, and dump it back in here to take it on the go. Or you can just put them in good old school plastic baggies, whatever makes the most sense for you and is easiest. Either way is gonna work. I'm gonna share my go-to recipe right now, but also give you some ideas for swaps so you can really fit whatever flavor you're feeling. The crazy thing is smoothies should be so healthy, but if you buy them out, they can have as much as 60 grams of sugar, and you're lucky if you get even 10 grams of protein without having to add a bunch of costs to get extra scoop. So the one we're gonna make today has 0 grams of added sugar, 30 grams of protein, and again, takes you less than 2 minutes to make. I'm gonna start by showing you in the bag just so it's easier to see all the ingredients, but we're gonna start with half of a banana. So here's my rule when it comes to fruit for your smoothies. I like to stick to 1 cup of fruit. That's kind of just the easy, perfect portion. But if you're trying to cut your sugars even more, and again, this is about balancing blood sugar levels, helping reduce those cravings, and really focusing on your protein, an easy hack is to do about half a cup of fruit or half of a banana, and then the other half cup, use something like frozen cauliflower rice. I know that sounds weird, but it doesn't taste like anything, especially once we mix stuff in. It helps add a thickness and creaminess without adding extra sugars. I've been so into the fall flavors, so I'm gonna do a chocolate and a peanut butter version of this one. But if you wanted, you could easily do the same amount, so a full cup of mixed berries, blueberries, pineapple, papaya, whatever fruit is your favorite, whatever you're feeling in the moment. But since we're in this kind of like fall season, I just feel like I want everything a little bit richer, creamier, sweeter versus like fruity. And for all my team sweet and team savory girls, I feel like this recipe is actually gonna be one you both love because it's just the right amount of like sweet with a little hit of savoriness too. So we're gonna do a tablespoon of almond butter right in this baggie on top of the fruit, so it kind of just freezes to the fruit a bit. I'm gonna use 1 scoop of my LSF plant protein in peanut butter, which I know we're using almond butter, this is peanut butter, but I'm telling you this combo, and you could totally use peanut butter as your actual nut butter, but this combo is so freaking good right now. But here's the secret ingredient in this one. Don't come at me, it sounds weird, but it's my pumpkin spice Miss Congeniality. The combo of the peanut butter with the pumpkin spice is so freaking good. It reminds me of like a baked loaf of like pumpkin bread. I don't know, there's something about it, you guys. So 1 scoop of this is gonna help reduce stress, which we all need this time of year. Help reduce that anxiety, mental load, help you have more focus and clarity. And if you deal with PMS or kind of like perimenopause hormonal swings, this stuff is absolutely amazing. So it comes in vanilla all the time, but this is the seasonal pumpkin spice, and there's no sugar in it. So you can get that, but it has that sweetness to add to your smoothie combo. Okay, so this one is perfect. I know it doesn't look exciting, you guys, but I'm telling you, it's it. So we're gonna put this in the freezer, and then the morning you wanna drink it, eat it, drink it. All you have to do is dump this into your blender, add your almond milk or your water on top, blend it up, and you're good to go. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just started putting these all together and I almost forgot. We're gonna add a little Greek yogurt too. So this is gonna add even more protein and up that creamy level as well. So I'm just gonna add a dollop inside this baggie. We're gonna go for about a half a cup of Greek yogurt. And if you've somehow missed the Greek yogurt train, you need to get on it. It has so much protein. It's almost like 18 grams usually per serving, which is a cup. And it's so delicious, so rich and creamy. It's a great swap for sour creams and stuff too, but there we go. I'm also gonna make a chocolate version of this with 1 scoop of our chocolate protein. Oh my gosh, I just realized if you guys have seen, Make sure it gets in the bag next time first. If you guys haven't seen it, we just dropped the announcement that we are launching a peppermint hot chocolate protein for the holidays too. It is a limited drop, so I'll put the link down below if you want to check that one out. It's so freaking good. And I feel like it would actually be really good in this combination too, because the banana and the cauliflower don't really taste like anything, so it would just get that like rich, creamy peppermint cocoa smoothie vibe. All right, my egg bites are done, so let's pull those out. Girls, I went a little crazy. You see this? It kind of spewed on the edges, so that's fine. So maybe don't fill them all the way to the top. For your egg white bites, you could easily just put these in little individual baggies, drop them in a carton like these, Tupperware, whatever you have, but it's 2 per serving. So these are still piping hot. I'm gonna let them cool down a little bit. My overnight oats, slow cooker style, are still going. They smell so good. The whole house is getting filled up. But again, you could put those in individual jars and have them ready to grab and go. And then lastly, I have all of my smoothie cups portioned out. 15 meals for the entire week. That would feed 3 people all week long. You can swap them in and out or have meals just for yourself for 3 weeks. Ready to go. Again, you can store these in the freezer or in the fridge. All over 30 grams of protein to help cut those cravings and help you feel so good. All right, girls, so that is my simple high protein meal prep for the week in under 10 minutes. If you're trying to lose fat, if you're trying to stay healthy, or even just maintain through this crazy chaotic season, these are absolutely going to help you quit skipping the meal that is going to make the biggest difference to cut your cravings, help balance your blood sugar, and really support you in your goals through the rest of this year. This is it. I hope you guys love these recipes. Don't forget to comment down below. Let me know if you're team sweet or team savory. And make sure you're subscribed, hit that thumbs up, and turn on notifications. I'll be announcing this week's winner of my LSF plant protein in next week's video, so make sure you don't miss it. And don't forget, you are more than a body, but you only get one, so take care of her. Love you, girl. Bye.